go. Here we go. Here we go.
Emmanuel, that was so good. Go again.
3, 2, 1. Time.
Welcome back to another episode of Movement for Life,
Where we talk about ways to keep you moving throughout your life.
My name is JR.
And I am Kolby Christophic. And we have a guest today.
Yeah. We have one of our longest members of the gym. She is also a coach. She is a wrangler for the 6:30 p.m. class. Just an all-around icon. Help us welcome Isabel. Woo!
Hi,
Welcome
guys.
to the podcast, Isabel.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
We are so happy to have you. We want to talk to you about a bunch of different things. But before we do that, we always start each week with talking about ways that we have moved throughout the previous week. So I'm going to have Kolby start first. Kolby, tell us what you've been doing this last week.
Yeah, this last week was not a lot of a movement for me. I played a little one-on-one pickleball. I did some CrossFit training. You know, I definitely didn't do any running for that LA Marathon.
I know that's right.
But I also did some walking around and playing in the snow in Utah.
Ooh,
So,
yeah.
Running up snow hills and sliding down on your butt is maybe more of a workout than you might think.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Isabel, what about you? What have you been doing this past week?
This past week, my 6:30 crew has been running for their marathon, so I give them a little chance at the after class, and they take off.
Wait, who's doing the marathon in that class?
You have Angelica, Carlos, Maria, and then Kim is undecided. She might still sign up.
What? I did not
Yeah.
know. I knew
And then
Carlos. I assumed Carlos,
Teets,
but
yeah, Teets tags along, Alex and Steven. Yeah.
that is awesome. All right.
Not much, just coaching and trying to work out myself. That's pretty much it.
Nice. And when do you usually find time to work out?
For sure, at least 3 times a week. So for sure, Thursdays and Fridays are hit and miss for me, depending on my schedule for work. Wednesdays, I try to come in earlier. Tuesdays and Mondays, it's got to happen. If not, I just probably 2 times a week. It gets hard.
Nice. Okay. Well, for my movement, I did run. I actually
I
ran
saw.
8 miles on, was it Sunday or Saturday? I can't remember.
I think
And
Saturday.
it was Saturday. Okay. I ran 8 miles and I was not planning on moving that fast. I've been saying I was going to try to keep a 10-minute pace for at least the next couple weeks. And when it was all said and done, I looked down and my splits were way faster than I should have been moving. So I'm going to have to slow it down just to make sure that I don't burn the legs out a little bit. But why are you looking at me like that, Kolby?
I don't know. It was an aggressive pace. What was your pace,
It was
JR?
aggressive. It was. Here, we're gonna pull this up, and if you had seen my face after I looked down, because I was on a treadmill and I had the screen covered, and just ever so often I would just kind of raise the speed a little bit. I started off, my first mile was at 8:31 pace, and I was about at 8:38, 8:30 for the first 4 miles. 8:36 for the 5th mile, and then around mile 7 I went to 8:15, and my last mile was 7:57. So that's a little too fast than I would like to be training at this point, but it felt really good, and I actually feel good today, and I'm not too sore. So but I will slow that down for sure. I'll make myself.
JR is going for a sub 3-hour marathon.
No, I didn't say that. I never said that. Okay, so we talked about things that we did this past week. So we have Isabel here because I feel like she gives a really unique perspective on her experience here with Oxnard movement. So I'm going to have Kolby start us off here with some questions.
Yeah, I've got a couple of questions, but before I kind of dive in, I want Isabel to have a little chance to introduce herself and say some things maybe that she wants to say. And all, like, some questions that I got are like, what do you do for work? And what is one quality that you enjoy about yourself?
Well, I do. I'm a hairdresser at Sky Salon. I've been doing this for close to 22 years.
Shout out to
So
Sky Salon.
my shoulders
Yep.
are fried. So I stand on my feet most of the day. I would probably say I'm able to talk to people. We get
Okay.
a lot of
I think so.
therapy done in the chair. People just get comfortable with you, and then they just start to spill.
We call
That
that
carries over to coaching CrossFit too.
That carries over to listening and seeing how people act around me, and I get a little feeling, and I just start chatting with them, and they pretty much open.
I love that.
Helps
That's called
me. It helps me coach.
personable.
It's because it's a little easier this aspect of coaching and getting to bond with them.
Cool.
Super
Awesome.
easy.
Thanks for sharing. I've gotten several haircuts from Miss Isabel herself. She does a great job.
I have a good handful of clients from here too. Thank you. You know
Yep.
who you are.
You do both men and women?
I do. Men and
Oh.
women. Yeah. I look at everyone's haircuts when
I know. It's time for me to get a haircut, but I can't get a hold of my guy.
Yeah.
So, Isabel, down to some nitty gritty. I think JR was right when he said, hey, we wanted to bring you on because you got some unique perspectives. The point of this podcast is, hey, how can we stay moving throughout our life? And I think that you got some really awesome and unique perspectives to share with other people that's going to add value tremendously to our listeners. So my first question for you is, were you involved in sports growing up? And then a follow-up question to that is like, when did quote unquote exercise become something that you partook in somewhat regularly?
Okay, let me see if I can break this down. In high school, I tried out for softball. I'm going to be 50 next month. March. Okay. Back then, our parents only allowed the boys to do things. The girls and the, cheerleaders and softballs, and it wasn't, young ladies shouldn't be out there. So I tried out for the softball team in my junior year. I made it made it pretty far, and all I needed was some cleats and some gloves, and I was borrowing everything. And come down to that, it's like, Mom, I made the team. And it's like, so. Well, but I was pretty good at that. But I did not play any sports in high school. Came out, nothing. Just met my ex-husband at the time, and we started a family, did the job thing, and then was one of those working moms, and took care of the kids as they started growing up. And what was the other question that you said? When did it become more of a...
Yep. When did quote unquote exercise become something that was like...
a good one.
Regular for you?
That was just because I was living that lifestyle of just being the mom and the working mom. It got to the point where I would go work out and I would feel the endorphins. I'd feel the stress relief, and I started to like that. And I started to feel the body changes, the body compositions, and then when I got into CrossFit was that was a whole different story right there. It was a whole different body, mental, just mind, body, and soul. Everything was way different. A friend of mine was trying it out, and she invited me to a CrossFit competition she was doing, and it was all brand new stuff to me, all brand new.
So you did a competition before you'd even done it?
No, I went to go see her do a competition.
And
she I had no clue. I was just 24-hour fitness kind of gal, go in there, come out, and do a little bit of dumbbells and stuff. And I was liking the feeling of the muscle, the resistance of the weight training. Cardio was never my thing, but I was still doing that. And then so my friend... Are you
going to give a shout out to your friend?
Yeah, Erica Walker. She's the one that introduced me to this. Yeah, she did. She was doing it, and I was seeing her body transform. And this is back then when CrossFit was brand new. And mid competition, she just started dying off, and I'm like, started yelling at her, pick up the barbell again, and dude, like you started off strong. Like what happened? I didn't know that. This is kind of what happens in our regular WODs. Kind of don't come out too hot.
Hit a wall.
She came out too hot, and after a while, I was like, at the end of it, I was like, oh my God, you did good. How come you didn't finish? I didn't know the rules. I had no clue. And she was like, I just couldn't.
Judgy.
Yeah.
How come you didn't finish?
Why? You start off hot, you just quit midway. She was trying to catch her breath, for God's sake, right? And then I pick up the barbell, and I was like, what? Like, never touched a barbell in my life. And this is light, and it just from there, she's like, you're going to like it. You're liking weight training at your 24-hour fit. You should try it. And this is when CrossFit Oxnard's barely had a year and almost a year opening, or maybe less than a year. And then she's like, there's going to be a new gym at Oxnard over here. And she goes, let's call to see the prices. And I was like, well, what is it? I had no clue. And so it just, the feeling of the, I don't know, just the body.
Cool.
The endorphins is pretty much
So-
what I wasn't feeling at the 24-hour fitness.
Did would you say that you were doing quote unquote regular exercise to the 24-hour fitness, or was
Yeah.
CrossFit something? Okay.
No, I had my Monday, my Wednesday, I had the leg day, the chest day, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
And
Okay.
CrossFit just came in, threw me in a blender, and whoa.
Yeah. So your
was-
regular fitness preceded CrossFit for sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool. I think a fun fact question would be, do you remember what pricing was when you started in 2013?
I do. The old owner gave me and my coworker a deal. We were both paying $200, so $99 a pop, right?
Wow.
And then she couldn't handle it. She was, I can't do the weights. I can't do your back squat. She quit. And then I immediately thought, because we were a team, I was going to have kicked out. And I was like, but I like this. I was liking the barbell stuff, and then the running and everything. I was liking it all. And then I made a deal with him, and he's like, well, no, you don't have to quit. She's gone. You can stay. And I was like, oh, I thought it was a deal of 2 people. And then the most I think I would start at like maybe 120. And then it kind of creeped up every other year to like 140. I didn't want that. And it just kept creeping. And I think the last price, maybe 165, I think the last time I paid. 165.
So-
Right.
Did you decide to become a coach to offset those fees, or how did that
No,
progression from
that's
a
easy.
member to a coach occur?
That is an easy thing. It started when Kolby came in. He the whole mission, the whole statement, the inspire, educate, and lead.
Kolby.
Inspire, educate, and lead. I kept looking at that, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I like that. It did something to me too, right? And then at that time, everyone's like, girl, you inspire me. You're, here every day. And I don't feel like an inspiration, but if I now know what it means to have someone inspire you. And thank you for all those people, that told me that I inspired them. And then I was like, well, I don't think I could, I'm not educated to coach, but I remember having a conversation with them. It's like, well, if you educate me, I can lead. And it was like, from that point, I already inspired, educate me to inspire some more, and educate to lead correctly. And then I think it was an Instagram post that you posted one time. What you wanted to do in 2022, fill in the blank. And I coach. And then he answered back, no, yeah. And I was like, I'm just kidding. And then he just took me by the hand and we took off.
So how long have you
And
been
then-
coaching?
I got certified June of 2022.
Okay.
So I'll be coming up in 2 years.
Nice.
Coming up in 2 years.
Well, I think to be a good coach, you have to be a natural leader. So the education part can come, but not everybody can lead. So I think
Yeah.
that's a really important thing that, if we see that in somebody, Kolby saw that in you, like to be a leader. And I think your profession as a hairdresser, I'm sure helped a lot because you're used to just listening to people and
Mhm.
reading people.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Isabel, what did you do before getting certified with the level 1?
With the level 1. I was just a member.
No, we went through something. What did we go through?
Well,
Did you do some kind of something in the gym?
Oh, duh. With the coaches development program.
Yes.
So the whole program, I was, oh my God, I was so lost. I was like,
Explain what that is, Isabel.
I don't think I did 16 weeks. I think I did less, right?
You did 12.
He was making it, better and better every time. I did 12 weeks. I'd come in once a week and I'd sit down with him and he'd just start talking about all this and all that. And I'm just like, I can't take it all in. And I'd record it. I'd just take notes. And then I just had to take it page by page. movement by movement, and then not get overwhelmed. And then after the 12 weeks, then he puts us on the floor and start off by introducing the intros, and then we start off by taking the intros and then the warm-ups, and then it's scary. It's a little scary, intimidating,
So
but
how
fun.
much do you feel like that developmental program helped you with the L1, the level 1?
Oh, I was one of the people out there taking the test way ahead of everybody else. Everybody else had never been in any coach development program. They've never been on the floor coaching. They've never been not even to lead a class. So
That's great.
The staff was, so you coach classes? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I've been coaching like the last grade. I had done all that, and I was already involved in it. So I had a little extra lead. It helped.
That's wonderful.
It helped a lot.
Cool. I love it. I have another question for you. Do you mind if I take the next question, Mr. JR?
Go for it.
All right. I want to circle back around a little bit. We touched on this. I want to know how your family has influenced your health and wellness journey. And I want to know what advice you have for anyone when it comes to what I'd call the like family and fitness like intersection.
This is a little complicated because my family's not fit.
We love complicated.
My family is not fit. My immediate family. My parents are sick. My dad has diabetes. My mom has diabetes. She's recently diagnosed with a brain tumor. My older brother had a stroke. So I'm sorry, I'm a little emotional there. I'm trying to run away from that lifestyle. Doing all this.
Did they take notice? Did they take notice of what you're doing?
Oh yeah.
That's right. Take your time.
They were not supportive in the beginning. They thought I was crazy going lifting weights. My mom was like, stop lifting all these weights. Ladies don't do that. All that old-fashioned stuff that they didn't want me to do. I kept doing it. I brought my kids and I got the kids involved. They did it for a little bit, and they didn't like it. Obviously, they liked it a little bit, but they didn't like they didn't get what I got. I tried to help my dad right now, who's in a wheelchair, just to move. I make him stand. I get the wheelchair out of the car and I'm stand. You got to strengthen your left side. You got to strengthen your body. And he does pay attention to what I do now that I'm a coach. That it's like, if you don't do it, I got to coach him somehow.
So how has their mindset changed on what you're doing now versus before, if any?
I don't even. And I try to explain to my mom what I do. This is what I do, Mom. This is what I coach. She's Mexican. She's old fashioned. She doesn't really understand.
Sure.
She'll probably be lost. What are all these monkeys doing around here in a competition? She'll be lost.
Sure.
She doesn't have that lifestyle. It's hard. But my older brothers, they were proud of me. They were like, well, you like it. You must be good at it. And so now that you get a chance to go coach people, my nephews are proud of me that I was a coach. They think that every time they come around, it's like I'm their godmother. So they call me Nina. They're like, Nina, how much can you back squat now? And I'm like, I don't have your numbers. You guys are high school kids doing 500 pounds. I am not there. And
I don't have your numbers. Like the other night, what did you deadlift the other night, Isabel?
Oh, 330 pounds. That's
okay.
That's my PR.
My PR is 345, and I haven't been able to get up there in a while. So I can't go with your numbers. Okay.
Did you guys see my face?
I want to say
that actually felt super, super good. And I was like surprised.
We got it on video, and I think you had a little bit more. I want to point out that what's so amazing about your story is that you've changed the narrative in your family. So from this point on, everybody that's coming after you is seeing an example of a strong woman who is going to go out and who's doing things that they enjoy, and you're showing you can be fit. And I think that what you've done for your family speaks so much more than what probably you even realize from the outside looking in. From this point forward, everybody who comes after you is going to know that women can lift weights, they can be strong, and they can do this. So good for you. I applaud you. I think that's amazing. And thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. You've been at Oxnard. So how long has it been actually?
April 23rd, 2013.
She remembers the actual date.
Yep. I was excited.
Was that your intro session, or was that your first class?
That was my first Yes, we didn't have intro sessions. I was talking about this with JR. We had a 3-week, like an on-ramp, a group
Mm.
of 12, if I 9 or 12, I forgot. They did what you guys do with the intro, but it was a group, Monday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, and Friday, I think. And then
So how has the gym changed since the day that you walked in versus now? When we have had owner change, Kolby is now our owner, but he was not the owner or was not even involved in the gym at that point. How has the gym evolved since then?
now, because the gym has evolved all in a good way, that's what's keeping me here. I saw how it was beginning to grow. I saw how it was beginning to develop, and then it just kept going. It kept going, and I was like, I like this. This guy comes in, and this guy is more about fitness, more about health in the inside than it is fitness. It's both of them are there hand in hand, but it was more health in the inside, and that's what a person like me. I'm an older generation. I'm was diagnosed with 3 vials of meds before I even started, and I got rid of most of them. I have 1 still to go, but it was like health first, fitness, and then fitness part is fun. It just throw the fun on top of it.
Right.
Just I lost my train of thought there. And it changed because I saw the nutrition program come in, and I was like, oh, that's what we need. In the beginning, it was about paleo, and I was like, first of all, what's that? It was the CrossFitter was supposed to be all paleo because I can't afford that. It's all good stuff. And having a family, it's easier to go get some chicken McNuggets than large pizza at Little Caesars to feed the family than to
Little
go
Caesars.
get some great what do you call it? Grass-fed beef, and yeah. And then plus I'm Mexican. I grew up with tamales and pozoles and tortillas, and that was the hard part, to change your culture, your food.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I saw the nutrition program come on. I saw the more of the one-on-ones, more of just the one-on-one coaching. I don't know. It's like the extra caring part of that individual member just grew extra large. They grab you in and they hold on to you.
I think Kolby does a really good job of guiding us to really try to connect with each member. And it wasn't until I went to my level 2 that I really realized the impact and the things that Kolby does here that we don't see at so many other CrossFit. So it's something really special. And I actually have one more question, which was not on my sheet. Do you have a nickname for Kolby? Is there something like you refer to him, like a pet name or something?
Oh my God.
Because I do.
Oh, I don't think so.
I refer to him as Coco, but I don't know if I've ever said that to his face.
You have not said that to my face.
My husband refers to him as Kolby Co.
Oh, I like that. Kolby Co.
Kolby Co is a reference to a 1980s nighttime soap opera, Dynasty. And
that's right.
In that show, the family's last name was Kolby and Carrington, and so there was like an oil company called Kolby Co. Kolby Company. So when my husband first heard that Kolby was the name of my boss, from that day he always just calls him Kolby Co. And that's how you're actually in my phone as Kolby Co.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, no, I don't have a nickname for you. I'll think of one.
You got to think of one.
Yeah, you can always just call me Coach too.
Joe, I know what we have a nickname for you, JR.
Uh-oh.
The 630 crew.
What?
For the longest time, we're like, do you guys know his real name? Junior? Is it Junior? I mean, what? Someone find out. And then it just started taking off with, I'd say it's Jose Ramiro. Juan Rodrigo. Oh, we just came up with a billion names. And then we knew who we're talking about. Who's coaching tonight?
Sure.
Well, John Rubin's coaching tonight, or anything that has started with a JR. We have tons of names. But yeah, you're known as Jose Ramiro.
That's hilarious. I love it. Anybody who knows me, I'm brown, but I'm like the whitest brown guy ever, which I think is what makes this even funnier.
That is hilarious. Thank you for some of those words, Isabel. That's cool to hear that some of your journey has been impacted by the growth of the gym. Definitely one of our 2 of our core values are growth and humility. And so if we are not growing as a business, then I think something is out of alignment with what we would be like to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you taking notice on that and saying, hey, like actually things are evolving, things are changing, things are growing.
Yeah,
I have one more question for you.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's two. What is something that you look forward to in your weekly training every single week? And what is something that you dread in your weekly training every single week?
Let's see. I don't want to say I'm in a cycle. I look forward to, besides my friends, my 6:30 crew, they're a big impact on us. They're a big the community has a huge impact on you for you to become consistent.
Yeah.
There's always texting back and forth, who's going, who's not going, da da da. I look forward to strengthening my cardio. I lose that so fast, and then I'm in love with the heavy weights, and I'm like, Isabel, you know how to do this. You're not put the weights down and go lighter and go faster. Get those lungs going again. I did get sick the beginning of the last year, I think. I got sick really, really bad in my lungs. I tested negative for COVID, so it wasn't that. I just felt like I just got gunk in there, just lost it. I'm working hard on that right now. So that's what I do. I go super light, and I feel like it's coming back, but got to keep working on it. And what do I dread? I honestly,
I feel like what you look forward to and you dread are the same thing.
no, I still get nervous coaching, don't get me wrong, only because I want to be able to demo certain stuff, and I cannot. The gymnastics part of life, part of the show of the coaching part. That's pretty much where I dread most of the stuff. Like, am I going to be able to lead a class strong? And then at the end of the class, everybody was like, great, go, it was fun. He's like, and then I'm like, why do I do this to myself all the time? At the end of class, I'm like, I did great. I did good. They all got a good workout. And I'm just hard on myself, I guess. But
Yeah, you
work-wise,
don't have to be able to always demo. I think so many
yeah,
coaches feel
I
the
figured it
same
out
thing.
how to make sure that they see it and they understand.
Yeah.
But going on back to work-wise, I dread. I don't think I dread. I've been in it so long. I don't have those nerves that people get after seeing the workout. I just look at it and I'm like, oh my God, I already know what's going to happen. I already know where I'm going to feel it, where I'm going to have to breathe, where I'm going to have to die. I think
You've already accepted your fate.
I think I'm immune to the WODs already. I think I'm immune.
That's
It's been
great.
10 years.
Yeah. Coming up on 11 years, Isabel.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Coming
weird
up on
because it's
11
like,
years.
I don't think about it. It's not even on my calendar. It's just Mondays. This is what happens on Mondays. There's CrossFit and Tuesdays. This is what happens. It's part of me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a super cool thing.
We're so thankful that we have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're definitely an inspiration, and you've put in the education. I think something that she didn't say, but that is worth noting is Isabel has taken every available online course that you can through CrossFit, and she has pursued that education. She continues to ask questions on our evals. She asks for feedback. So she is definitely continuing to get better. On a daily, weekly basis. So that is a huge piece as well, is like practice, feedback, getting better, practice, feedback, getting better. So big kudos to education. And now she's leading people.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, so before we end the podcast, I do have a little game for Kolby versus Isabel. This is going to be a musical game. We're going to kind of switch it up this week. I'm going to play hits from the 90s, and I'm going to see which one of them can guess the name of the song.
All right, I know Isabel's going to win this. Something JR doesn't know about me is
you were born in 1992.
I mean,
you were born
I do
when I was
know that he
graduating.
is 31. I get it, folks. He's young, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to know these songs.
Kolby was born when I was graduating high school.
When were you born?
92.
Me? Oh, him.
Okay. I
92.
I graduated in 93, so I was right there with you.
I graduated in 92, yeah.
Ready?
We're ready.
All right, what do we think?
That sounds like Lenny Kravitz.
Yes. What's the song?
Yes. I don't know.
I have no idea. I was born.
It's going to come up on the screen, folks. Are you going to go my way?
I'm gonna go my way.
Oh, yeah. All right, Isabel got 1 point. I'm going to give that to her. All right.
Oh. Mr. T.
MC Hammer.
Oh
It
my
is MC
gosh.
Hammer. What's the name of the
It's
song?
MC Hammer.
Hammer time. Hammer time.
Hammer time.
There we go.
MC Hammer.
Okay,
MC
I'm gonna
Hammer.
have. There we go. It's you can't touch this.
Can't touch this. Duh.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. All right. So I unfortunately
I
I'm gonna
didn't
have to
know
give
either
Isabel
of those.
another point. There we go. Okay, so
I said
here we go. The
I
next
was
one.
wrong on both of
These
those.
are just
Come
long lost.
on, guys.
I need more.
3, 2, 1. Oh man.
No.
Oh, damn it.
Gosh. All
I
right.
need like
All right,
another
give you a couple
beat.
more.
I
Here we
did
go.
know that one.
Shoot. Salt and pepper, right?
Mm-mm. No. 3,
Nope.
2,
Oh.
1.
I don't know either.
No diggity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Isabel. This is our high school years right here.
You're like giving me like a little bit of.
Come on,
If you-
Colby.
If you.
3,
I don't know.
2,
Is Green Day?
1.
No, it's not Green Day.
And Doctors, 2 Princes.
See, I wasn't
Oh,
involved
wow.
in
Go
this
ahead
music.
now. All right, we got 2 more to go. Next one up.
Oh, this is. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Ace of Base.
Ace of
right?
Base.
Yeah.
Ace
Yep.
of Base.
Ace
What's
of
who it
Base.
is?
3, 2, 1.
A woman.
All that she
Yes.
wants
Oh,
is another
so
baby.
close.
She's gone. All right, Isabel, 1 more point. All right, this is our last song coming up. Come on, Colby, you got to redeem yourself.
This is Nelson.
No, that's a good one.
What?
I have no
Come
idea.
on, 3, 2, 1.
Eric Clapton. Oh, Extreme. Oh.
Oh, you have to do. All right.
Yeah.
All right, that is it. So, guys, I expected more from both of you, but
I am.
See, I knew all
Terrible
this. I know
at
all
music.
these songs then.
all
they're
right.
just
So the
forgotten.
final score is Isabel 3, and Colby has
Zero.
0. Or if I'm going to say it in Spanish, cero.
I'll stick to pickleball.
Please do. All right, Colby, what are some final words that you'd like to leave this podcast with?
Just want to thank Isabel for coming on and spending some time with us. She is a coach with us who typically coaches on, for sure, Wednesday nights and Tuesday evenings. That late night cruise when she likes to be here. She's got a big crew of people here, even on her Monday, Tuesday nights and those Thursday, Friday nights. Sometimes maybe not a Friday night, but she is she's here consistently. She's working on her health all the time. She is a beacon for her family, and she's definitely an inspiration for people inside our community in our area. As somebody, if you think you've got it hard or there's no chance for you, like, Isabel is a shining example of it does not matter. She works on her health and wellness on a daily basis despite the obstacles. So
Mhm.
definitely a massive, massive inspiration. And I really thank her for being on the show with us today.
Well said.
Yay,
Thank you.
so much for being here. All right, everybody, if you like the podcast, make sure that you download the episodes, subscribe to the show. We are on iTunes, Apple Music, we are on Spotify Music, or any other of your favorite streaming platforms. Leave comments, rate us, and share with your friends. Until next week,
We'll see you next
All right.
week.
have a great
Bye,
week,
guys.
everybody.
Here we go.
Emmanuel, that was so good. Go again.
3, 2, 1, time.